Hi everyone, Agnes here. Now this is the second video in the series, No Money, No Problem, and how to change it. So if this January you are struggling with money, you are in debt, I'm going to hopefully give you a little bit of relief. What I'm going to do is read to you what I was doing wrong when I was $40,000 in debt, and then what I changed mentally and emotionally to be able to attract more money and earn six figures. Okay, so what was I doing wrong? I had a lot of negative emotion around money. Okay, fear that there was never enough, worry, it was keeping me up at night, the debt that I had. 3, the anger at feeling trapped by this situation. I felt not good enough around money. I felt like other people knew what they were doing around money and I should know better at the age I was at. I also felt that, well, I grew up poor, so it's no surprise that I don't know what I'm doing, and using that as an excuse. And then I am not good with numbers because money is numbers and I'm good with color and design. I am not good at numerical things. So use that as an excuse too. So I felt very suffocated by these conditions, by these emotions. I felt trapped. And then after a big period of studying as to what the heck I was doing wrong, I changed these particular things. 4 things in particular that has helped me stay out of debt, has helped me to attract money from all sorts of sources, some of them unexpected on a regular basis, and also to be able to really attract money from doing things that I really enjoy. Okay? Number 1, anytime someone paid me money, whether it was a little refund, whether I found some coins in the street, whether it was my wage from my employer, whoever I was working for, whether it was a gift for my birthday, sitting and really getting into that state of gratitude. So I would close my eyes, and I still do this today. Close my eyes and say, thank you, let's say Susan. Thank you, Susan, for the money that you've given me. Thank you for entrusting me to do whatever it is that you needed me to do in exchange for the money you've given. Thank you for sharing what you have with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I appreciate that Source has made you one of the channels for me today. Okay? And then what I do is I imagine Susan, and I would radiate love to Susan in appreciation and thanks. And then that was it. Couple of minutes. Okay? And doing that each and every time, rather than, oh, I got my wage, yeah, thanks. Or, oh yeah, I got my wage, is that all I got? You know, those kind of things made it very, very different experience to be deliberately in appreciation and gratitude. Okay? Number 2, really watching emotions when you're taking money out of the ATM or you're spending money. Now, I used to zone out. It took me months to not be able to zone out. I'd go, okay, you're going to go and use the ATM today. I'd say this to myself in the morning, say, and don't zone out when you start pulling the money out. So I'd get to the machine, I'd have that in my thought, and as soon as I put the PIN number, it's like some switch went off in my head and I'd completely forget. And I would go, oh, my money's going down. Oh, I don't have very many dollars or pounds or whichever country I was in, and euros, and I don't know where more is going to come from. So I would go into this fear spiral every time I'd go doot 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 4 numbers and zone out. It's like I would just whoosh, go right back into that thing, which was fear, intense fear and anxiety when taking money out, because there was a fear of not enoughness, fear that it's not going to be replenished, fear that I will be having to downgrade where I live and I will live in a crappy place and I'll be embarrassed in front of my friends and family and I should be further ahead than I am. All of that, okay? So I had to practice the ATM one for quite a while. I zoned out again and again. Then I'd walk away and go, you did it again. I told you today we weren't going to do that. I did it again. It was so ingrained in me to have fear when I'm taking money out and spending it, or taking money out and I have to give it to somebody. So I started to, when I'd get to the ATM and I finally remembered 3 or 4 months later of practicing this every week and not being good at it, I finally was able to pull the money out, and I'd stand there for a second. I'd go, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. For every dollar I spend, $2 comes in, or whatever. Or thank you for the abundance, or thank you for my wages. Thank you for, anything that was thank you around money, because that money was coming to me and I was going to go and do something with it. So it was really trying to be more conscious. Now, obviously, if there's somebody waiting it behind you, I would take the money, put it in the wallet, and then I'd go and sit on a little bench, or I'd stand up, just in the street against the wall near a shop or something, close my eyes for a second and say, okay, I'm going to enjoy spending this. And I'm really grateful I can pay for my heating, or I can pay for my rent, or I can pay for food, or I can buy myself a really nice pillow to sleep on, or whatever it is. So I would, again, the interchange with the money at that moment became something to practice, because what you're doing is you're pulling away from all those emotions: worry, fear, anger, not good enoughness, anxiety. You're trying to pull away from those fears and become someone who has the emotions of there's always more. It always replenishes. As Florence would say, I have the magic purse of the spirit. So, and she said, as money goes out, more money comes in. So, I would try and think of the magic purse of the spirit instead of looking in and going, oh, there's like 5 cents in there again, and walking around for weeks with no money in my wallet and going, no, I'm leaving it in the bank until I absolutely need it, because I just didn't trust myself to have it in there and not have a negative emotion about it. So being really conscious how you feel when you take money out, or even if you shop online. I mean, these days, people shop online. Any money interaction, exchange where you are going from I've got money and I'm giving it to someone, that is a moment to really bless. I bless this moment, and as money goes out, twice as much comes in, or whatever, 3 times as much comes in. For every dollar that I spend, $2 comes back. Those types of things, which is about replenishing and rejuvenating. Okay? Now, number 3, did a lot of money meditations. Now, I've got a playlist of money meditations. I will put them down below in the description for you, and up here next to my head at the end of the video. And I will put the one that my law of attraction friend and I've known her 30 years. We have done a meditation where we would sit and meditate together on money, because she was a refugee. She was born in a refugee camp in Germany, so she had very similar poverty mentality to me for different circumstances. My dad was always on welfare. My parents were on welfare a lot of the time in Canada when it was snowing. My dad was a builder and he couldn't work, so we had no money and we were living off government handouts. So that, I just realized I can say that now without any type of shame or embarrassment. Yeah, that's a nice thing to notice. Anyway, so the meditations I'll put down below for you. The meditation my friend and I created together, that's what I was saying. And that it is a meditation where we radiated love to money. And then as we did it more, money radiated love to us. We started to feel that. And it just happened naturally. So that, and then number 4, tithing. Tithing is known for giving 10% of your wages to the source of your spirituality. Usually it goes back to the church. These days, I find tithing, I like to tithe on a regular basis because it shows the universe, God, source, infinite intelligence, that you believe there is enough to share, and it is free. You can be free with it. Rather than trapped in suffering, you're free. So I sometimes give to a friend that's helped me. Sometimes I will give to an organization. Sometimes I will give to the people that work for me, something extra. Sometimes I will give something to a child in another country. You know, there's lots of different things and different ways you can really enjoy giving. So, yeah, I hope hearing this helps you and that it really shows you what you can do. It doesn't matter where you start. Doesn't matter where you're at right now. Doesn't matter, okay? And there is also a money playlist that's got lots of success stories, tips, and there's a 30-day money game, and there's a money tips playlist as well. So I'll put all three of those down below for you so you can go into it, dive in, make some money, attract some money, create some money, generate some money. However you want to do it, there's lots of different ways. But these 4 ways worked for me, and I have now a 6-figure income. So if you want to enjoy that and have that for you, then let me know where you're up to down below in the description, and which ones bug you and which ones you're stuck on, and share just where you're at. You know, we are where we are, and it's the progression. Changing the mindset, then changing the emotions, then it changes the feeling that comes towards us and the money that comes towards us through the feeling. Okay? Talk to you soon. I went off on a tangent.